say that Dinner Church, one of the biggest differences is that it's not just an outreach. Dinner Church is really a church community formed around the dinner table.
It's a worship service that's unlike any worship service that I've been a part of.
It's like a family. It's more like a family than it actually is a church.
People really enjoy the laid-back atmosphere of Open Table. They can just kind of sit around the table and have conversations in a way that maybe isn't as easy in a Sunday morning worship service.
I like the fact that you can be more personal, more one-on-one conversations.
And that come here and kind of are interacting and encountering Jesus in a different way.
Hi, I'm Eric Bryan. I'm Director of New Church Development for the conference, and I want to talk about Dinner Church today. We are in a place called The Table, which is in Portland, which is one of the most stressed neighborhoods in the state of Kentucky. It's in Louisville, and this neighborhood often makes the headlines in a negative way, but this is a shining example. This restaurant is. It's a shining example of what happens when the people called Methodists come together and decide to do something extraordinary to make a difference in a neighborhood. This restaurant exists for the neighborhood. It serves the people in the neighborhood and in a greater community, and it's amazing in the sense that people volunteer their services here. If you can't afford to buy a meal, you can work off your supper, so to speak, and it's one of these innovative ministries in the annual conference that have paved the way for this Dinner Church initiative that we are launching this year. So quick background, last year beginning with the Lexington district, we did a test run in one district with what we call Dinner Church. And let me explain what Dinner Church is. It's a very simple form of church that involves basically four components: an in, up, out, and of. There's a discipleship component to it. That's the in. The out, there's some kind of service going on in a dinner church. The up is a worship component, and a dinner church cannot exist in and of itself. It needs to be tethered to an existing United Methodist church. So a dinner church usually takes place outside the building of a church, and what makes it different from a regular church dinner, many of us are already having wonderful dinners in our church, is that it's primarily for people who are not part of a church yet. So we've been doing this in a number of places around the conference. In this video, you're seeing a couple of examples of that, such as in Elizabethtown at WESLEY HILLTOP House, a dinner church that started there last year, in Lexington with what's happening with the Source and Open Table there. And new people are being reached. New disciples of Jesus Christ are being made for the transformation of the world through this new form of church.
For us, we felt like that we were placed here in our neighborhood strategically from God to reach out to our community, and we felt like that this provided us opportunity to do that with it starting in our home, that intimate setting, and we just thought that it would be great to start here, and it was budget friendly too, and so we just thought we'd just see what happened, and we've been pleased with the outcome so far.
We just kind of put a sign out there saying we're here, and somehow God keeps blessing. We've seen explosive growth. So I was actually looking at our numbers last week, and we've actually grown by 264%. Since we first started. So the first 2 months of doing this, we averaged about 24 people. Most of them were from our main campus, the North Miles campus in Memorial UMC. But now we've been averaging about 60 to 65 folks. We had 71 on that particular night, and there'll be a handful from our mother campus that planted us, and everyone else is from around the neighborhood, from around here. So it's really become its own congregation, its own worship service, and so that's really been really awesome to watch.
Well, it's just been amazing to watch how God has paved the way for us to launch Open Table, from providing financially to lining up the cook and the food and how that was all going to happen, the way our outreach into the community that the Source has done has fed into relationships for Open Table, to the lead team that came around Teddy to help him think through and learn through what we needed to do to launch this new community. It's just all come together in such a fantastic way, and I'm so proud of Teddy's leadership. He's done an amazing job, and he's just killing it.
here's what we're trying to do. We have what we're called the Dinner Church Initiative, and we are hoping, the vision is to begin 90 to 100 dinner churches across this annual conference year. That sounds like a lot, but if you break it down across 9 districts, it's only 8 to 12 per district, and we really feel that it's doable. And we really feel that this will have a tremendous impact on the life of each church that takes this on and on the life of our annual conference as well. So we hope that you'll kind of come along for this amazing journey. A number of churches have already been contacted about this and invited into this. We're inviting everybody into this vision. We're saying 90 to 100, but what if it was even more? Think of all the people whose lives would be eternally transformed and their destinies would be changed eternally by these ministries. Think of how your church could be revitalized through this ministry in and of itself. So if you're interested in this, I hope you'll reach out to your district superintendent. I hope you'll reach out to my office. We will resource you with training and coaching. We even have one-time grants to help get you started. Well, God bless you, and I look forward to being on this journey with you.